one of the things I love to do when I start a talk like this is to share a story. And there was a preacher who used to travel all throughout the Midwest in the late 1800s. And he would go from town to town, and he would set up this big tent and invite everybody to come out and hear him talk on Sunday afternoon. He started giving these amazing speeches that people were just like mesmerized by. And he was having all this success until he came to this one town. Came to this town, set up the tent. Him and his people went all throughout the countryside, did exactly what they always do, and said, hey, come hear the amazing speech on Sunday afternoon at noon. So they're planning for a packed house. Sunday at noon comes around, no one's there. And about 12:10, still no one's there. Finally, about 12:15, one cowboy comes riding down on his horse, hitches his horse to the stake, comes in and sits in the front row and is waiting for the guy to start his talk. The preacher's beside himself, he doesn't know what to do. Comes down on stage, he goes, I don't know what happened. This has never happened before. It's normally just absolutely packed. What do I do? Cowboy said, you know what, I have no idea, man. I'm just a cowboy. But I tell you this, if I went out to feed my herd and only one showed up, I'd feed it. Preacher says, you know what, you're absolutely right. He gets back up on stage, and for the next 3 hours, he gives one of the most amazing speeches he's ever given in his entire life. I mean, it was the best one he had ever given. Sweat dripping down, breathing heavy, comes running off stage, and goes, Cowboy, wasn't that amazing? What did you think? Cowboy said, you know what, I don't know, man. I'm just a cowboy. But I tell you this, if I went out to feed my herd and only one showed up, I'd feed it. But I sure the heck wouldn't dump the whole load on it. And so I'm not going to dump the whole load on you today. Okay? What I am going to talk about is mindset and what it takes to be a champion. We're going to also talk about one of my favorite strategies, and this one strategy, every single one of you in here, if you take what I'm going to share with you in this one strategy and you implement it right after this talk, not only will you have an immediate impact and an increase in your results, not just in your business, but in every aspect of your life, but you'll have this skill set for the rest of your life. And it's called baseline strategy. Last thing we're going to talk about is about playing at a higher level. Now, who in here would agree, given the market, where it's at right now, right? How many of you would agree that there are a lot of loan officers out there going, wanting the same relationships you're wanting, right? How many would agree with that, right? So do you have to play at a higher level than you normally play at? Yeah, exactly. So the very last idea I'm going to talk about, this is one of those ideas literally you can implement within the next hour, and not only are you going to have an immediate increase in your results today, but you'll take this one principle and apply it, and you'll benefit for it from the rest of your life.